How are we doing, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Getting Jiggy With It. I'm Will, and today we're going to open up a tiny epic adventure. This is the newest game, well, second to newest game. The newest game was Tiny Epic Dungeon, which we did back on Kickstarter, so we will be getting that next year. So until then, we're going to be tied over with the Tide. So we have Tiny Epic Pirates, which is a epic game in a tiny box, right? It is by Gamelyn Games. Game of the High Seas Adventures by Scott Alms. It is a game for 1 to 4 players with an average of 30 to 60 minutes, ages 14 and up. As you can see on the back here is some of the stuff we're going to go through in this unboxing. We get some minis, we get some nice little wood cubes and some meeples. So let's go ahead and get into here. We do also have some of the upgrades. I went ahead and got the metal coins upgrade, not realizing how they would be used, and it seems like it's more of a just an extra. They're not going to come in handy for the game. And then, of course, the cosmetic upgrade of the skull dice, so we'll look through them. And then, of course, the expansion Curse of the Amdiak. And I'll have timestamps down below of where each thing is open. But let's get into the first box, which is the 4 box here. First thing you'll notice is when you open these boxes, they did a really nice job of the art on the lids. I don't know how many games, and most of the games we have, I haven't seen this yet, so this is really nice. Black Vero is the ship. Can you read the ship name on that one? Oh yeah, you kind of can. What is that? Royal Commando? Royal something. With the Royal ships, the Royal Navy, and our pirates. Blasnoff, so I thought that was a really nice touch, adding that into the box. The game is not that complex. I did watch a how to play video just to kind of get an idea. We, of course, have not played this. We'll play it this afternoon, and then we are going to play it this evening. So this is Saturday. So we're playing it Saturday. What day of the week are we looking at? We're looking at the 10th. Saturday, April 10th. If you're watching it after that, we will have that on YouTube as well. But it's not a very complex game. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. It is more in that Euro style where you have people placement, you have to take turn actions, you collect things, you sell things to be able to win the game by burying your treasure. But it's only 20 pages, so that's not a very big rule book. We'll go through this last. That is a mini expansion because this is the Deluxe edition. So here are the normal dice that you get in the game. The extra dice that you can buy, of course, are just skull-shaped, but they do have that nice marble pattern, kind of like the last thing we opened, which was the Here to Slay. We do have that video up on YouTube if you want to say that. And they got these nice gold pips. That's actually really nice looking dice there. So even as the regular dice, those are beautiful looking. And then we have our Bits and Bobs bag. Let's see what all this is. So it is printed. So the wood pieces are printed, which is really nice. Nice upgrade. There's a lot of campaigns out there that do upgrades in their campaign, and then there's a lot that don't, and you have to go to third parties. There's one right now where they're on Kickstarter, they're selling upgrade components, and they're very expensive, so it's really nice when a campaign has these already in. Here are your treasure chests, so they are double-sided. And then you have your pirate token, so here are the 4 different colors. So you have black, blue, red, yellow. And then your pirate token actually flips over as part of the game mechanics. So you have your standard, and then you have your injured pirate captain there. So those are the first set of meeples. Nice little meeples. They feel good. We have not bought mini games or again because we are new to the hobby. Any of you guys that have been with us on the channel since it was Pokemon but have now joined us for board games know that we're new. So I don't know how well painted meeples and stuff hold up. In the long run. You guys, if you do know, let us know down in the comments. But here is the next baggie here. So these are the goods that you're going to be stealing from the merchants, and you're going to sell them to get yourself gold. We have 3 different colors. We have a purple, gray, brown. So I think the card shows which ones what these are. I forget what they are. I think this is like coffee beans. I don't remember what the other things are, but I know it's on the merchant card, so we've got. And then the other thing is your cannon upgrade. So this is when you do battle, or cannon upgrades, which are also printed. That's a nice splattering of pieces there. And then meeples, because a tiny epic game would not be a tiny epic game without meeples. And all these little baggies came with the game, so that's nice too. They already gave you your baggies. So you have your captain meeple. So there's him. Let's focus into my hand. And then you have his crew. So you get 4 crew members that you will start with, and then some you'll have to unlock based on your legendary status. If you watched our Sea of Legends, of course, that's notoriety, but this is a different game, so different terms. And then here is your draw bag. So this is for the resources. The resources go in here. You grab one. A nice little thing. Has a ink print. I think there's like an ink print. So hopefully that's durable. Again, don't know. If any of you guys have had a prior game that has this kind of printing on it, let us know how that worked out for you. So here are the pirate ships. So these are plastic ships. We don't know if we're going to paint them or if maybe we're just going to apply a wash. Guys, right. So if you want to see what we do to them, follow over on our Instagram, gettingjiggly_YT. And that way you can see what we do. That's where we post most of our photos of things that we do, like our gameplay, or if we're painting things, we paint minis, we put them there. But they do come with these little flags. I don't want to mess with putting the flags in there, but so each of the pirates one have nice little pirate symbols on them, and then the merchant and the armada, which have their respective flags. So here is the pirate ship with a little bit of Caspito hair. Get that out of there. That's the joy of having fur babies. They're going to have pet hair in everything. There we go. Not bad detail. So these might be fun to paint. I feel bad for coloring up the color because it is part of the game. So we'll have to see, because like with the black, you really wouldn't be able to wash black. Like it's not going to wash. So maybe if we were to paint them, we'd make them, prime them all gray, and then maybe we could do something with the flags, or just leave the flags unpainted, and then that would, still signify the color. So there's the pirate, British, and then your little merchant ships there. So you have a green and orange. It's kind of like an orange brown ship. All right. So those are our ships. More tokens. So these are cardboard. They look like instead of plastic. I prefer everything to be upgraded. I'm not a fan of when some things are and some things aren't. But I understand, keep costs down. Now they do have a linen finish, so that's nice. I don't know how durable they are. These look, yeah, so you can see the layers. I don't know how well these hold up. Again, anybody who's had a previous Tiny Epic game, let us know. Let the rest of the viewers know. But you have your coin searches. So these are all your search tokens. So when you're exploring, you'll be able to take search actions. These are your actions on your pirate board. You have a couple different ones. So you have all of them for your colors, so the black, the red. Each different pirate you choose. There's the yellow. Yellow, so that's your attack action. There is. I forget what these ones are. Yeah, I forget what these are, but we'll figure it out by the time we start playing it for you guys. So if you want to find out what all these extra things are, make sure you come over and watch us when we go live. So here's the gold. So they do give you in the Deluxe. They gave you 4 metal coins already. So that's really what these are. So I really don't have a reason to open the other 52 because they are the same coins. And what you use this for is you normally will track, and I'll show you on the board. You'll track your gold that you've acquired. So it's really just a tracking piece, which is why I said buying the other 52 might have gone a little bit, overboard. But I think because I missed the coins and I missed the extras for Sea of Legends, I didn't want to miss out on this in case I needed them for something. I would say we could use them for Sea of Legends, but the problem is there's only 52 total. Well, 56 if you count those 4. And there's times where in Sea of Legends, we would have to use those as ones. And I think there's been times when we've had like 30 gold apiece. So it would make it kind of hard for us both to have all of our gold, right? Gold supply. So here are the pirate and the crew cards. So these are the crew. I got them. Okay, I guess I have them. I was saying I guess I have them backwards, but I guess I opened it backwards. That's fine. So the pirates, there are two sides. So you have Captain Baron von Hook. You have Captain Morgan Whitecloud. I think she's the one on the cover. And you have Captain Singvain, Captain Carmen Road, Captain Windy Beard, Captain Francisco de Guerra. Captain, oh no, maybe I think she's the one on the cover. I keep thinking it's the other one. Yeah, it's this one because she's on the undead boxes. So Captain Vera Locke, Captain Magnus Bolt. So you have one captain, and then there is the opportunity to be able to flip it up during the game to switch captains. And then here are your crew, and each one's going to have different abilities that they give you, as well as when you attack. It just says whether or not you're. A lot of different crewmates here. I don't think it doesn't look like there's any duplicates. Normally duplicates are together, so it looks like each crew member is a unique crew member, so that's nice. It's always nice to get unique art on every single card that's in the game. And then you have your ships. So these are the merchant ships, so if you notice, as you start beating them, they do start to get harder. However, you do gain notoriety as they start to get harder, and they eventually go all the way up to a level 8, and then that's their final upgrade. So those are for the merchant ships. And then the last thing is the pack of player cards and the map tiles. So here is the captain player card. So this is where I said you put around your route of the little wedges, right, to basically for your actions. And then you have your crew members, so the little meeples go down here. That way you can gain extra benefits. There are times in the game when you're going to get what they call jostled. You have to go over here to repair. You have to take an extra action to get them back out of the repair. Here are your cannons for extra attack. 4 of those, of course, because there are 4. Looks like... So this is Surefire. This is Captain Jack. I don't know what the difference is. Alright, so I didn't read this in the rule, and the playthrough I went through didn't mention the difference. So maybe one mode is for, okay, solo captain, there we go. So you're Captain Jack, the solo captain. And then this is, so Surefire is the normal side. Are they all Captain Jack? Oh no, they get different names, okay. You got Annabelle, Blackbeard, Madam Drake, and Captain Jack. So these are these would be who you'd be playing against in a solo mode. You still use this side, but then they use AI opponent. So here's the legend track. So same thing, they have a solo legend side, but you have your legend track. So this is where the gold, you can only have a maximum of 13. This is where your treasure chests go until you bury them. They cost so much gold per port to bury. And then as your notoriety goes up, you gain extra effects. And then you have your location cards. So the way this game gets big, the way it gets epic, besides the gameplay itself being epic, is you lay out all of these cards to make your map. So you shuffle them up, use a whole bunch of them, and they each have different things you can do. So here's the merchant, right? So this merchant wants to buy the coffee beans. I can bury a treasure here. This one here, I can attack to get more resources. There's a storm, which causes me to jostle. I can do it there. So there's different things, different actions you can take, and that's going to be based on that wheel I showed you with the little wedges, right? Depending where you go on your wheel, on your turn, depends what you can do. So you want to move somewhere where you can take the appropriate action. And then this is the merchant card. So with the merchant card, this is where you put the resources. And I thought one here, yeah, there we go. So there's coffee, rum, gunpowder. I don't know, does it show the last resource on here? I don't know what the last resource is. There's one more resource. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, is there only 3 resources? No, there's 4. So we're missing, I don't know what one of the resources is. I think the purple is the rum. So maybe it's like gold, just gold or wheat. I don't know. But you get 3 resources. That looks like gold. But, yeah. But you put your resources here. Whatever you're selling is what's going to get you that amount of gold, and then moves down and resets. So, like, say I sold something that was 4, that goes to the bottom. Everything else goes up. Your merchant ships. So there's 2 cards you show for the attack. Your treasure value and earns. So that is everything from the base game. And it's going to take me way too long to clean all of this up, so I'm just going to leave it down here on the bottom. Like I said, I have really no reason to go through the coins. They're the same coins that I showed, and we're not going to pull all those out. But I will pull out the dice to at least get a good look at these. See how this is. If it's a Ziploc bag. Oh, it is a Ziploc bag. So be careful if you're getting this when you open this. That is a Ziploc bag. You don't want to get nice Ziploc bags that they do free. Okay. And then, so you get 3 dice to go with the regular dice. So here's a side-by-side. So these have the marble effect. They didn't put the marble effect on these ones. So when they cast them, they didn't use the same, I guess. I don't know what these are made out of. Dice resin? I don't know what dice are made of. But they didn't do the same thing. So with the dice, you get your normal pips. On this side, yes, you get 1, 3, 5, 6, 4, 5. 2 is the one we want to look at. 3, so yeah. You guys know how to count. There's numbers. But on the 2, right? There you go. On the 2, the eyes are the skull's eyes. And you saw down on the 1, there's a divot down there. I don't remember on their Kickstarter whether or not they said these were balanced. So let's see. Let's see if we roll these. Is something going to be more likely? I got 2 6s. I don't know. That doesn't look too good for the balancing right now. Try that again. I got a 3, a 3, and a 1. Come on. Do it 3 times. 3 times. And we lost the die. Oh! When a die rolls off the table, does it still count? I don't think it's supposed to count. So again, 1, 1, 5. So it seems very weird that we got 2 6s, 2 3s, and 2 1s. It's not showing very well for if the dice are balanced or not. So there we go. Those are the upgraded dice that you can get. And now we're going to get into the expansion. So the expansion, same thing, goes to the expansion for Tiny Epic Pirates by Scott Alms. I don't know if anything changes, like if they say it makes it more difficult or they recommend it for different ages. Probably not. I guess it's based off of the main game, not the expansion different. I know some games, the expansions make the game a little bit more difficult. A good example of that is Marvel United, which we're still excited to get, where the expansions are considerably harder than the base game. There we go. Here is the inside of this box art. On this one, the rules say to use the box, you actually put things in here for storage. I'd imagine there's probably similar you do. But again, beautiful, beautiful art. No idea why they put the art in here, is because you use this as a game component to put some of the tokens inside for storage, so they're not going all over the table. The rulebook, again, is very simple. And this is something else to kind of consider. That rulebook is 20 pages. The font's not too tiny, and it covers everything. I mean, this same thing. It's a very small 12-page book. Gets to the point, tells you what you need to know. Nothing more, nothing less. So the point of the expansion is you have one more thing you have to do. You have to bury these little, what they call them, urns? Yeah, I think they were urns. You have to bury this little urn of the Amdiak. Amdiak is the pirate whose names are in this urn. So it gives you one additional objective besides your treasure chest that you're going to carry. And then you also have these new gold cubes. So these are, what do they call them? Cursed gold cubes. So they are these nice, clear, onomas. Nice little clear cursed gold cubes. So these play a little bit differently on that gold tracker. These will be right above however many doubloons that you actually have. So it gives you one additional, and you would spin these first before you spin your gold. You can have as many as you happen to capture. You do need 2 in order to buy your little urn, so it would be at least 2. And then these can actually go above the limit, so you can actually get more than 13 gold with the expansion. There is another ship that is introduced, which is your ghost ship here. The ghost ship is what's going to hold those cubes, right? And then in addition to holding the cubes, it can cause your captain to become cursed. And if your captain becomes cursed, you get a new card. You get a cursed captain's card. So here are the same as the captains we saw before. They are just the cursed versions. Again, beautiful art, all of them. That just looks really cool. What would be really neat if they would have done, and I mean, it cost more money, was like, if see where the green is, if that was actually like glow-in-the-dark ink, so if you're in a little bit lower light, they would kind of glow. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful art done. And I think they use the same artist for most of their games. If I'm wrong, somebody's going to correct me. I'm sure you will. And then here you go. So here are your ship cards, and then here are your cursed crew. So once you are cursed, you can then hire cursed crew. And they have pretty much the same thing as your regular crew. They operate the same way, but they do have this little benefit down at the bottom, or negative as it would be. And then there are new search tokens. So these are called wake. I think they're wake tokens is what they call them. And basically same thing. You put these down on a tile, and then you have the option to either pull the wake token or the search token during your search action. And then the last thing we got in the box are the actual cards. So if you are playing in solo captain, you have Amdiak, who you're going up against. Otherwise, you have Rogue O'Malley for your solo captain, solo mode. You have your Legend Tracker for Devious, Ghost Pirate. And then you do have 4 new placement tiles. These tiles go out and are used to give you a larger map. So you can do those new actions like, that's not the right one. There you go. You can buy your urn. You can, same thing, you can bury the urn. It does require to use all of your gold, but if you don't have any gold, it's free to bury it. Same storm actions and so forth. You can hire at the shipwreck down here. You can hire the cursed crew. So that is the last part of the expansion. Now I did forget, and I always forget something. We forgot to go over the mini expansion. So this is the mini expansion. It looks like it gives you some more play mode. Again, we were late Kickstarter backers. I got this in late pledge. I actually just bought it a couple weeks ago, so it got to us pretty quickly. So I'm not 100% sure of how this works, but it's basically just that's it. So mini expansion setup, new resources. So you have Crimson Silver, crew ability explanation, floating fortresses put on the map. So yeah, so you get some Crimson, you get some floating fortresses, some new crew members, different things here. So yeah, okay, he's holding that Crimson there. It looks like this is an extra mode that can be played and add some additional things. So solo captain and solo captain Henry the Kid. Whoops, sorry about that, guys. And Red Mary. Just have some new solo captains. We have Bloody for Red Mary, because Bloody Mary. And then you have Ruthless Henry the Kid. That's kind of neat. I didn't even notice that. You put them together to make sense. Well, I mean, I noticed it on this one because I just did that, but I didn't notice that when we opened up the base part of the box. And then here is the last thing. So here are those red cubes that you now have as a new resource. And then the castle fortress meeples. So are they meeples or apples? You say tomato, I say tomato. I don't know, guys. Alright, but there we go. That is the mini expansion that came in the deluxe edition. That is the main game, the main expansion, the mini expansion, the upgraded components, all that stuff. If you guys want to be able to see this gameplay live, make sure you hit that subscribe and bell notification to know when we go live this evening. Otherwise, leave a comment down below with anything that I asked you to answer. Until next time, guys. Peace.